morning, my name is Dan Bamer. I'm the creator and inventor of the Rolladeck system, and we're working on a 2015 Ford Transit here, the Transit 83-inch roof line. This is the shorter of the two models, but they're very similar in design. You can see on this one, it has exposed trim, or no trim around the top and sides, and it has a European-style cowl mount along the bottom, much like a Volkswagen. 15mm nut. And see, there are marks in the glass to indicate where the wipers are to be returned, so as long as you don't activate the transmission while they're off, you should be able to mount them right back where they belong. It's a solid shaft, not like the Escape or the Escape, Focus, or Fusion where the shafts turn independently. It's a solid shaft, so you don't have to worry about alignment issues. That may all come as one. I usually just like to take like a plastic pry tool and run that along the edge. That helps prevent stress cracking the cowl as you displace it from the wiper mount. Our post mount is going to be about a foot from the center towards the driver's side, so you definitely will need to set this thing from the passenger side. You'll need to manage it both removal and extraction and setting from the passenger side simply because of your anchor point, your leverage point. Now, cowl comes away with ease, exposing the perimeter of the glass. That looks like a nice solid mount. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and bring our hood down, and you can see with the cowl off there's plenty of open space around the hood. No obstructions there. Doesn't look like there's a lot of space between the glass and the body, so you're going to want to be careful not to damage the painted surface where it's going to be seen. I, for one, like to take an express tool and break the bead along the bottom first. So, I will just take and wet the bead. For added friction reduction, I like to take a little bit of GC 800 because I used our product and lubricate the blade as well. It helps to start the blade. Okay. About dexterity, taking your time. You can see I didn't do any damage there. When in doubt, select a method that's going to prevent damage. Your thing cuts nice and easy. It's not taking a lot for me to pull this knife. There's plenty of space between the two substrates. Just cut down the bottom. Express tool has made the cut. Okay, with one pass I've freed it. I'm going to do the same on this side. It seems like there's more space on this side, so no worries about damaging paint. Let's get it in there and get it started. Pull it down. Cuts with ease. Plenty of room. Okay. Glass is free all the way across the bottom and the sides. With the hood open, you have plenty of room to access the wiper post and plenty of height clearance. There's no worry about ever coming close to your hood with the windshield while you're setting it up. Now, it looks like a standard configuration will do just fine. This is the one I had set up on the last job. Obviously the settings aren't the same, so I just loosen the settings, run it all the way down. Okay, and even with it all the way down, the glass is not going to clear it straight on, so you're going to have to just have it assembled. Lift the glass, put the wheels underneath the glass, underneath the retainer. Make sure that your set screws are loose. take and push your Rolladeck, slide your Rolladeck tool towards the windshield. Push it firmly with your thumbs. You can see how the adjustment, even without the wiper nut on there, how much play there is in it. I think it's probably wise to secure it with the wiper nut so that it's centered to the post, but push it as firmly as you can so you compress the rubber in the wheels to maintain that optimum placement when you go back with the new glass. Make sure those are secure. And since I won't be needing that Allen wrench again, I'll go ahead and put it back in my tool kit. I'm going to take the wiper nut, the existing wiper nut, put it over the post. And you don't have to get crazy, just cinch it so that it centers the base plate onto the conical wiper post. And it's not going to move, it's nice and secure. Now, you can go ahead and lower my hood, and you can see there's plenty of clearances. And this is the reason why you want to try to maintain the position of that retainer strip, because your new windshield has the same configuration. But now, there's plenty of room for a blade in here. Be mindful you don't want to slip and scratch anything because there's no trim to cover it. Okay. It does get a little bit tight towards the middle, so I may resort to wire across the top. I like to shoot a little bit of cleaner on there just to lubricate it, so if you get too close, it's liable to slide rather than drag the paint. And actually, I've got plenty of clearance thus far. It would hurt to shoot a little water up there too, just to help grease the wheels. Good sharp blades, the right leverage. You have the clearances you need. You don't always have to resort to wire. Okay. Helps to have a good reach though. I'm 6'5", my wingspan's the same, so you may not be able to reach across and do that as easily. Wire is definitely a good way to go. There's plenty of room on the interior as well, so I don't think you have to worry about displacing the headliner or anything like that. You just have to get around the setting pins. Okay, now the glass is completely cut free and still resting in the opening. We calibrated our Rolladeck to the existing setting on the vehicle body. There's a big vent in your way, so you either with the door open or just reach around the vent, just gently push up on the glass. Lift with this hand, stabilize with this hand, keep it from kicking out. Lift up onto the deck, comes nice and clear, you see that? And if you come around the inside, Dean, no, just the inside of the glass. You can see the Rolladeck suspends you well above the bead. So when you're coming out and going in, there's plenty of room, there's no obstructions around the hood or anything that you really need to be concerned with. Just roll it out to your center of gravity and lift away. And the new one goes right back in its place. Now, you can see by the width of the pinch weld and understanding there's no trim, you've got to be right on with this bead to get it correct. So stay as far to the inside as possible so that the bead doesn't squeeze out past the glass. Bear in mind that when you get over the pins that you don't want to. You want to make sure that your urethane can make contact with glass and not pin, because you could actually have a water leak issue if you run into that. Take your time when you're placing this bead, because if it's off, it's going to make a mess. So you want to make sure you keep it centered, even near the bottom, because there's no trim between that corner piece and the edge of the windshield until you get to the retaining strip for the cowl. So I just grab it from the center, have my suction cup up at the top corner to help me stabilize it, bring it up. If it's shorter than I am, I wouldn't say short, I'm a really tall guy, I'm 6'5", but if you're shorter than I, you can walk up and step up onto a stool or something, and you still have a great deal of control. Just lean over, place the edge of the windshield into the roller deck, and the weight is automatically shifted to the roller deck. All I'm doing is guiding it and rolling it over, using my line of sight, bringing it down carefully, lining up my top corners, finding my pins. They're dropping in nice and clean. You can see that reveal. It's beautiful. I mean, that truly is a thing of beauty, is it not, Dean?
Yes, it is. You did this slick and fast and clean and right.
Just lift the hood. And because there's not enough room really to retract the Rolladeck from beneath the glass, I just simply undo the wiper nut. Lift the glass, remove the Rolladeck, drop the glass in, and it lands perfectly. Look at the position of that vent pin or vent plate there.
Couldn't ask for better.
When precision is a must, it's the Rolladeck you can trust. Now, I'm going to finish decking so that I know that part is done. The cowl strip along the bottom, if you just gently press down till it bottoms out on the body, that's how the factory has it. And on your top, you actually have, I don't know if you notice when we prep the glass, but there's actually blocks that they put on the OEM glass that also help determine the depth that it should be. You can go around and gently press down till you've reached that desired decking height and the urethane's been displaced. And this is, once again, another textbook factory-like installation. And I did it all by myself. Doesn't get any easier than that, folks. And you can go ahead and reposition your cowl. The only fastener that's attached underneath the hood is this one here. And you can see where my finger's at. So you got to line up your wipers, bring them down, line that up, and that's about where you should be. I would go ahead and set a pin on that first so that you know you're going to be good left to right where you should be. And then go ahead and snap it into the windshield retainer. Just locate it. Make sure it's centered before you press down. And because that retainer is bottomed out on the body, you're not affecting the glass in any way. Just press it down until it locks. Okay. Then follow up with your corner pieces. Set your first one that goes beneath the hood. Take your secondary cowl corner here, work it back in where it belongs. This piece just seems to overlap. And it just kind of sets in. You can kind of find where it goes. Don't forget your cowl drain. You don't want water running off of your windshield and flooding your engine compartment. That's why they put the cowl drain there, is to prevent unnecessary water intrusion so that you can egress the water away from the engine compartment. Every windshield must come equipped with these brackets.
Yep.
So don't just leave those covers on. The mirror itself just plugs into the wire housing. There's little notches in the brackets that come on the glass for securing the wiring harness. Just slip it around, let it feed around so that it's out of the way, and it's just like a BMW where it twists on and off. Twist it on until it's secure. Decorative cover. I didn't film this in the removal process, but basically it slides away. Don't try to pry it away because you'll break it. You have to slide it from center. Just bring it in. Okay, snap it together, and you're good to go.